someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm staying safe, I don't believe the panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best we find back life down the lead sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back life down the lead sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people the best we find back life down the lead sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back life down the lead sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while. Damn, feeling lucky. Out above my whole streets, us two in these streets. Diamonds on my feet, caught up in these talks. Circling my head top, should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before, made it out of 11 more. Like my phone COINEX, so I can't stop, I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said my truth. Turn around, eat your greens. When you fight, but you do real clean. Then you come to the bed and you love real dirty. Everybody sweater drops, you're real keen. Bring it, let me get your juiciest piece. Can't remember when I've had the same please. The shops of the club never had no boundary. How's it gonna be? Wanna eat these centipedes? Where we gonna go? You're gonna need these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these batteries. Then you only them on your knees. There's no way to dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Sneaking up on you, there's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. Ain't got you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was touching it down. You know what you want to do, but I can't.
ladies and gentlemen, if that is in fact your real names, welcome to the show. We are about to begin. Please fasten your seat belts, tuck your head between your knees, and kiss your asses goodbye. Don't forget to pray to Jesus, that also helps. Thank you for mentioning the obvious. Hey, he's singing Mexican. I believe that is called Spanish. Don't be a smart ass, Habib. You're still the low man on the totem pole around here. Don't get it twisted. I'm the button pusher. You are a little late on pushing the buttons right now, Mr. Son. Oh, gosh darn it. Habib, you're supposed to be sitting. You're supposed to be the time master. You're supposed to be keeping it. No wonder he's looking at us weird. Gosh darn it. There goes my Christmas bonus. You gotta lick it before you stick it, right? Click it before you... You gotta lick it before you click it? Oh, man. This button right here, right?
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome to Wednesday night crypto with Road Dog here on a Saturday night. Getting ready to wake up to a Sunday morning when we might start seeing a little reaction out of crypto and Bitcoin. Right now, we've just been hanging sideways, doing what we do on the weekends, waiting to see what happens, and not much happened today other than we didn't go down, or didn't go down further, didn't make a new low. Now, I'm looking here on the 4-hour chart here on Bitcoin. And I'm looking at my moving averages, 800, 600, 360, looking really cool. Is there a chance that we can come down and tap that 360? Well, I can say, yeah, that's there. Ichimoku Cloud might go along with it, might entertain that thought, but what I do like about this is that 100 is still riding above that 200. That looky good. Well, what about that death cross, that 50, that blue one crossing that yellow? That's over. That means it's all over. It means it's trying to be bearish. Also means we might have a chance to recover in that because we're holding this area really good. Now, when we zoom out on this area, I haven't went over this in a minute, so congratulations, you get to go through all the boring crap with me right here on the 4-hour. Woo! I like to take a swing low from here to our swing high right here. And on this big ass pool, we're hanging out at this 236 area. That's pretty strong. That's pretty dang near strong. We're going to mark that. Well, I was going to mark this 382 Fibonacci, and sadly, it's hanging around about 85,790. It is technically on the radar. We could venture down there in the bigger gist of things. We could. But chill. We're not ready to talk about that just yet. Not ready to have that discussion at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen. What I am in the mood for is drawing a trend line. There's just something about drawing a trend line. I just can't get away from not drawing one. And I'm connecting candle wicks to candle bodies because there's a lot of nice little candle bodies there that fit real nice into this. And it mounts us off that little wick there, so we get an angle. See if we got anything there. You got anything hopping off right there? Yeah, we do. We got this little area right over here. Yeah, it's kind of outside of our scope at the moment, but still fits within there. We got resistance here, resistance there, and resistance here. We got 3 touches on that side. We got 3 touches on the other. This is a valid one. It also does give us a little bit of confidence that, yeah, maybe 85, 86,000 could be in the picture. Could be. This is sounding more bearish than I mean it to. I'm not really trying to be bearish. I'm just trying to show some ideas here. Some of the gurus are being very bearish right now. This is probably the most important trend line I've got that we can look at right here. This one right here. Identifying this rising channel that we were in. If you can see, I'm going to color it different so it sticks out. Make it red so it looks different from all the others. You look different from the others. So let's look at what we got here. You just got a bunch of lines. We were in a channel, stayed in that channel for a while, higher highs, higher lows, until one day we lost 200 moving average on this time frame, 4 hour. We've been retesting this. We retested it not just once, we retested it twice, got rejected twice too from the same little area right here, 99,800-ish in that area. Will we drop lower? Well, I mean, I can't answer that. I mean, we could, but right now, it appears that we are in a little bit of an uptrend because we have made a higher low and a higher high and a higher low. So by all definitions, we're in an uptrend at this present moment. We came down and we reversed this trend here. We've got some patterns here that kind of suggest, and some other little bottoming signs that are saying that, hey man, this area could hold. And so until we see something different, that this area fails, I'm going to assume that this is going to hold with higher lows. You can probably draw you another nice little trend line going from candle wicks to a candle body, right on up, right below these candle bodies. Boom. There you go. There is your most solid trend line. We're going to color her different just so we can see it. Color it orange. That seems to be holding. We're above the 9 moving average on the 4 hour. Yay! So what's tripped me out, I do watch a few other YouTubers now and then, and you know, some people are flipping bearish, and I mean, you can see the signs, why they would do that. Definitely can. We were in top areas. We've been saying that for a while, but we actually exceeded one very important top area, and that area is now lower. Actually, I think it's down here around 95, if I remember right. Pretty much right around this area that we're holding right here. So if we still hold that area and can bounce off of it, oh, we could see a big ass move. Now, what I want to do is do a little bit more fib magic. Now I want to look at where we started this move here, right down here, about 66,000. We started coming up here, and then we started gradually making this channel. I'm going to take this whole move into consideration. First, we were topping out here, right? But now as we got each high, we're going to add that to that bottom there. And here's what I find most interesting. Now, for this impulse move from here, from this last leg, which is where this price action, if by Fibonacci ratios, proportions, strategy, that kind of idea, this is going to have the most impact for our current price action. The area that we have been holding really well, and I'm going to make this real nice and real big and green, is this bigger 382 Fibonacci. Rules of the game are, for Fibonacci strategy, if we get a nice level of support here, any bounce off of that could be huge-humongous. It could be huge-humongous. How huge-humongous could it be? Well, we can take a measure move from this. AB equals CD is what this is called. We carry it down to where we started our fib measurement here. Right down on the this first of this impulse move, right here. I've got you colored. I got you colored. You look weird. Let's make her big and fat. This is well, since we're doing like a measure move thing, I'm gonna color it kind of a blue color. That's what I usually do with my measure moves. We will take this, and we will not put this at a breakout or wait for a breakout. We are putting this on top of that 382 Fibonacci retracement right there, because this is an AB equals CD play, Fibonacci play. And it's pointing us up here to my little cheat code up here on my negative 618 Fibonacci. So could you be saying that if this move has its way, we find support here at this 382 Fibonacci area, somewhere around $92,500, that we could go up to 134? That is what the fibs are saying. Believe it or not. And that's what the road dog rolls with. I'm just saying. My fibs be like Shakira. They sexy. And my fibs don't lie. Oh, baby, I'm hot tonight. Yeah. Shake it, baby. Shake the gifts the good Lord gave you. So could we? That's what my prediction would be, what I'm looking for. And there's other ways. There's lots of other ways to look at these ideas. Biggest thing that I want to keep on the screen is just this trend line right here. That one's kind of important, kind of showing us some resistance, where we will have some continued resistance until we get above it, or just kind of skittle-scattle, you know, underneath it all the way up from here on out. I don't know. I think we got a good chance to overcome it eventually, just not right now, not today. It's not happening today, but over, I would say, these next 5, 6, 7 days. I'm looking for a bigger move out of Bitcoin to recover 100,000. It's not what you're hearing from most people right now, but it's what you're hearing from me. And the only thing I can tell you is do your own due diligence, follow your own TA and what it tells you. Doesn't mean the mine's going to play out every time, but if I start following the trend lines down here, we are starting to get some confluence over here, but also a little higher. We got some other ideas. Not ready. Yeah, I'm not. I think that's leaning more back to a little variation of this channel idea that we've got going on right there. Might give us a nice little higher high when we carry that. Do you see how beautiful that those angles? When you do it this way, when you draw your lines that way and then test it, that's the important thing. If you test that angle and you find confluence, you probably got the right angle. That's how I read it anyway. And this little line up here is coming down right where we are. My goodness, look at that. We are actually retesting a channel breakout area. Not once, not twice, but it looks like dang near 3 times, and that's not counting all the candles that are sitting there right next to each other. So if I have to extrapolate what I believe is going on in this chart, I'm leaning more toward this idea right here. So much that I'm just going to color you in all different color. I'm going to color you green for go. So my trend lines, my channel methods, and all of that are telling me that, and also my Fibonacci's are giving me ideas there. And moving averages, you know, they're saying, "Hey man, we can walk this one off." Famous last words. And then we come down to some indicators just for see what else you got to say. Now, stochastics are pointing down, and they leveled off about 93, far from the 100 that it can get up to. There might be a little pullback now. Maybe with stochastics. You can also flip around and change your mind. The other indicators we got going on here, the 4-hour, well, the wave table is still going up. Money flow is still headed up toward the 0 line, and what they call the VWAP here is still in the positive. Pretty much good. It'll be better when this turns green, and that will help us out a whole lot. Has not happened yet, but it might. The one sign I've got is I'm wondering about this Ichimoku cloud. Now, true, she's thick, and we like her thick, and when we get price into her, she can spit us out. But she's also spindling down and going down, or she's thinning out here. If you see that, getting a little spindly. I see no little green. If I see a little sliver of green, I might think, oh, maybe we can slip through the cracks here, and we can get above a green cloud and start riding. I'm not seeing that yet, so I'm keeping my eyes there. If we don't see any green show up on this little cloud anytime soon, and I'm looking big here on this time frame. If we don't, what can happen is that we end up riding below a little sliver of red, which is going down, and price will ride below it until it finds a level and can break up. Now, I don't want to see that happen. That means losing all the cool levels we got and losing our higher low and all this nonsense. I don't want that. But what can also happen, notice above this green moving average. That's good. We want that. We can also break up between the weak points in these red clouds, and that's why I'm looking for that little bit of green. Turn green for me, baby. Give me a sign. Tell me something good. I'm not seeing it yet, but that's what I'm looking for. Now, if we want to take a look at some more indicators here on the 4-hour, it's a great time frame to look for. We've got, it has not happened yet. It has not yet confirmed. It could easily roll over, do a reverse duck lip. And what is that? Well, that would be if she decides to roll over like this and separate instead of doing a bullish cross. It looks like we're trying to go for a bullish cross. The histogram looks like it wants to get up here and start making some nice little solid blue bars to the upside, and it looks like the little blue line wants to cross over that little red signal line right there. Will it? We have yet to see. It's not yet to confirm. This is a lagging indicator. We should start seeing some more proactive price action before this ever crosses. You are looking a little weak right here, but that can easily change. So don't read too much into it. We just watch it, monitor it is what we're doing. Now our RSI, if we want to go to this, let's go through all the little indicators I use. These are the ones, pretty much all the ones that I mostly use. RSI, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go there. Now I think this is interesting because what I see is a deviation. and a possible curvaceousness, a curving of this RSI to the upside. We're above our signal line here on the 4 hour. That's a plus. Making the higher lows on our RSI. That's a plus. We're coming out of this negative Nancy area below 30. We didn't even come back to 30. That's a plus. As soon as we get above this one, this little guy here, it's the same as if we chart Bryce. You can chart the RSI just as well. 44.8, we're sitting at 43.35. We just need a little pick me up and we can get that. We're above the signal line. It's not like we're going to fight against it. Higher highs, higher lows out of the RSI. I like the way that that's looking. 4 hour gives me a hope that we're going to come back up here to this 200 moving average area and probably touch this 100 moving average area, about 99,200, 99,300. Basically retest these little areas up here. Now, some people may be looking at this Adam and Eve, which did not play out. It got rejected up here. It confirmed the pattern, but it never broke out of the pattern. So that's a busted pattern. Now she could be making, the little 3 humpy things. Some people will be looking for an inverted head and shoulders. And since we're at a bottoming area at support, we can look for these bottoming patterns like that to see if they play out. And hopefully that's what we'll get. It's the other people that are just looking on the smaller time frames and I got another one to share. Well, you start zooming in a little too much and you start looking at all this stuff and you come down here, we're zooming down and then we're looking for, don't do that way. Look at the shoulder, ahead and the shoulder, is it not going to propel us down to $80,000 where Bookmap says that we are? Man, I keep busting these things all the freaking time. My Telegram group in the student chart area started getting full of these little guys over here. These are some some kind of popular YouTubers that call themselves pattern traders. But when you if you do actually deep dive into pattern trading, like if you go to Thomas Bukowski, spend some time there, that's one great place that I can say. Or even Investopedia, they can get a decent pattern trading education over there too. But Bukowski, I think, is the GOAT. Patternside.com, or even I like to shill his books. I get nothing out of it, but it changed my life. It could change yours too if you just spend a little time going over these concepts. It will open up this world to you a lot better than what your little $99 a month YouTuber shiller is going to do for you. And I will call them out. I've just decided I'm just going to call out the bad TA people. I'm only finding basically just one. Seriously, most everybody else on YouTube has a pretty good grasp of their game from what I've seen. Or they're trying to mimic that one, and I don't know. Anyway, bottom pattern or top patterns at bottoms usually don't work out, and this one didn't work out either. It's almost like you have better luck to trade against that. Crazy, isn't it? They're also looking for ideas to short down here at support, which is never a good idea in my idea, especially unless it confirms. But anyway, what has actually happened is that instead of going down, we're actually trying to go up. And I find it interesting that this particular YouTuber that I'm talking about, being very vocally bearish ideas and this and that, but yet they put out a trade setup on the 4 hour for the upside with a target around 102,000. How does that make sense? It makes sense because they're going to come back and say they were right no matter what happened. If it goes down, they were right. If it goes up and breaks to the upside, they were right. That's how this game works on YouTube, apparently. If you're not paying attention, you got to pay attention. It's one thing when somebody says that they're right 90% of the time. It's another thing when their echo chamber tells them that they're right 99% of the time. There's something going on. That's what it is. They're calling both sides. They're telling you what you want to, and you're going to remember why you want to remember. It's an old psychological trick. It's the three card money. It could go up, it could go down, and it could go sideways. Which card are you going to pick under? Which one are you going to remember that I said? I try to be a little different. I don't know. Hopefully we can. Anyway. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Glad to have you here. It's 24 beautiful people hanging out with me, looking at the market. I think we got a chance to recover from here. I am looking for January to start heading to the upside. About mid-January, I think that we will get another little bigger pullback because that's what we like to do. Things to look for from 20,000 and 2025 in January. Each month we will get a dip. February, I expect a pretty good one to come in February, and especially it'll probably come in February before April. Taxes, people selling off, taking advantage of the big moves that will be coming in January and in February, and even later in April and May, because we're nearing that up only phase in the market. And cheers. My good people, there's some crazy things going out in the world today, and I just feel like we needs to talk about them. We've got these orbs flying around, and we got these drones trying to distract us from it. What is going on, people? I believe I've solved the problem. It just took a little fancy investigation. A little zoom in. Sometimes you got to, in crypto, we got to zoom out. On these orbs, you got to zoom in. I zoomed in on one of them orbs. I'm going to show you what I found. I thought it was utterly amazing. Let me make sure I get the right one. That's not it. When I zoomed in on that orb, that little energy field, they want our Bitcoin. That's what they're here for. They want our Bitcoin. Don't let them have your Bitcoin. Don't let them come in and use those alien mind waves telling you, sell, be afraid, it's going down, sell. Don't buy, people. They're out there. They're going to try to do that. They've already got one guru. They got one guru tonight. He's got the lizard eyes and everything going on right now. But I'm just here to tell you, that's the secret. They're wanting our Bitcoin. You just got to zoom in and squint your eyes a little bit. And maybe add a B or there's something. It is crazy. Have you seen those things though? I mean, in all seriousness, when you zoom in, when they're zooming in on them, they look like this. Different from the planes, the helicopters, and the drones up there. And I've seen an actual thing where they had a drone, and that was definitely a military-ass drone of technology that they said, that we probably don't have. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But one thing that I do know is very true. They're not being truthful with us for whatever the hell it is. Now, whether it's China or whatever, or some other government or some big global elitist agenda trying to, get our information. That was the first thing I was thinking. Because I think our current administration has made some deals, and that's why we had weather balloons traveling all over our country. Now we got drones coming in and doing stuff. Now we got this energy stuff. I don't know. That's just kind of that's a game. That's a step up right there. That's interesting. But somebody in government knows, and they're saying the people cannot know. And whoever that person is, we need to fire them and get them the fuck out of their position. I said it. Hello, beautiful people. Let me come and say hello, because I've not said hello enough yet. We've got Duality Crypto being the first one tonight. Floki's Angels. Floki says, Doge to the moon. I'm going to add Doge to my list here. Here are a few little shills that help support the channel. If it's something you're in need of, then by all means, I would be honored if you would use my links. If you already partake, or if you don't need these services, well, yeah, don't sweat it. But BitUnix, they reached out to me a couple of years ago, and I've been with them ever since. I like them. CoinEX, well, they got spot margin, and I'm a spot margin whore, so I go over there and hang out a lot. We got MEXC, which was my old stomping ground. I don't trade much over there. I think I still can. Seem to be. I haven't logged in over there on my new phone lately, so I gotta get back over there. Maybe I'll use my old phone. And we got Crypto.com, which is awesome. I mean, it's a great place for onboard, offboard. It's great for their, you can get the Visa debit cards. Oh man, that thing, I paid for my dinner tonight. I said, honey, I'm gonna save you from having to cook tonight. Let's order it out, go big. So I noticed when I say that, she takes me for real for the go big thing. I may have to clarify that. I put some restrictions on there, but we've been eating good. But I do that with my Crypto.com debit card. I like them. Good exchange, especially for the if you're in the US and everything. Getting a replacement card if you ever need one. I haven't figured that out. That looks like it might be a little tricky, but wherever. I think Coinbase also has cards, Visa debit cards, wherever you get them from. That's a cool thing. I do predict that we will go to where wallets and wallet developers will be hooking up with Visa or MasterCard, and then you will be able to have your own little assigned Visa card to your own little wallet. Maybe Visa will spin that off with a wallet idea. I see that coming. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's mentioned it, but I see it coming. We got Jason. How's it going, Jason? King Hell. Turkey time. Almost. We'll get to turkey time. Turkey time will be a coming. Jason says, join the Telegram. That's what it's meant to be there for. Knock yourself out. If you can, my take on it is, if you can figure out how to navigate it, you deserve to be there, because I started out with a news and update thing. I'm not posted over here, but that's what I used to do. And that's actually got my road dog name to it. Or was there another one? I don't know. There's two that I don't use, but there is. The main ones are the Road Dog Lounge, and that's where we got the AI bat. The AI bot that will do technical analysis. Now, I haven't done it in a while, but you could actually load up a chart, like take a picture off your phone, off your computer, upload it, and it would do TA on it. CoinTrendz.com. They're the ones that do that. It's the premium version, the paid version. I pay for this. You can go and take advantage of it. That's available over in the lounge area as well, where I post up. That's just our general chat. This is what I'll try to keep this, where we can communicate, and I'll post up important things. And somebody posted a video, which I was actually going to link this one earlier. Oh crap! What is this? Can I not get this off? I'm trying to get this off. Crypto Casey. But I saw this one last night. She's on point on this, everything on here, because I've studied this very in depth. This is what kind of led me to my crypto journey. It was knowing this stuff behind about central banks and the history behind it. And she nailed it. There's a history lesson to learn, and if you want to know why dead presidents end up dead, yeah, right there. Go look. History. It's right there in history. And she just lays it out really nicely. So I think Sam shared that video, and I just like the hell out of it. Let's see. We got another room, and this is where it gets kind of crazy, right? The chart room. So these links, I'm going to go ahead and put them into, now that I think about it, I'll put them into the chat here. The Telegram, that was the first one. I put that up. And then this one, the chart room. Let me just make sure to show these on here. So the chat group, that's the first one we just looked at. And then this one, this one's got they both got all the goods. Actually, if you look in the files section at the chat group, you'll find all the books. All the books are over there. I've tried to move some of them over here into this one I'm about to show you now. This one I think is really cool, because I found out you could do topics. So well, now we got topics. I got a chart school topics. And this is where I've got all my old chart school videos and the membership only links there. You have to have membership to actually get them, though. It's the $3 thing. I've got WD GANs and links to videos over there, as well as links to software. I mean, if you're into GAN and want to dive deeper into him, because it's a rabbit hole, I got you a nice little place to start out with, as well as some things I've experienced. We got a Caspa group, because the Caspa and Caspa meme coins were just hitting off, and Justin Caspa, he hasn't posted anything over there in a while, but we got that. I did a little room, because that was getting just kind of very popular. Media resources, I mean, they're just over but here's a course. If you needed a trading course but don't want to pay $5,000, $10,000 or $1,000, even $1,000 for a course, it's an older course, but it's got all the alpha that you need. You just got to sit through and go through all these videos. It's there. Giving you all the basics, everything you need. We go over patterns, they go over everything, A to Z. Great course. We go over mining. I mean, there's your course. If you've been looking for one, you want one free, I got one for you right there. It's not mine, but I'm sharing it. And then we got student chart area. Now this is the cool area. If you're new to this, you need direction, because this is where I found myself. I just needed direction, and Thomas Bukowski was the direction that really started making all this stuff come together. So Yeah, ask your questions over here, and I'll walk you through. We can walk through trades. I can do examples, but if you got something that you want to ask questions about, indicate whatever. That's what it's for. You can post charts over here. You want an opinion on your charts, whatever. That's where all that stuff's addressed. And then we got the trade setups, and that's where me and my admins and any of you guys that feel comfortable with your charting skills, feel free to post any good trade setups that you see over here. That's what it's there for. It's for us to share ideas. And if you come across a good setup, not a setup, hey man, this looks like it could do something, post it over there. Let's share it with people. That's what this group is about. I want it to be about sharing, and that's what gets the money flowing. You get the ideas flowing, the money will flow too. So I do try to post over there. I'd like to try to post from the streams if I can never remember it. And then we got the vanity wall where, you are more than welcome to post your wins over here. That's what it's a vanity wall. That's what it's for. Good job, DP. Check this out. 331%. I haven't looked at this today. That's cool. That was on December 19th. 20x long on peak. That was ballsy. That paid off. The entry price is 49 cents, and looks like the last price when this was taken was 57. Hopefully you got that profit. This is where I'll post my little notice that you'll see me doing the stream or whatever when the price meets my target. That sometimes they look like, man, that target ain't going to hit. But it respects appropriate there. We got to do it for the algorithm. So guys, I'm through talking about myself. I spend too much time talking. Oh no, now you're going to be like the other guy talking about yourself. We're supposed to be talking to you guys. Wait, hey, there's Mr. Miles. What's up, Mr. Miles? You're saying Lincoln died at the hands of the central banks? Mm-hmm. Road Dogs membership also gives you access to his OnlyFans page for this full of spread eagle turkeys. Don't be giving away all the goods. Yes. Now, it is true, there is an OnlyFans, Road Dog OnlyFans page that we're putting out there for just special people. Now, the benefits are that you do get free access to the free group and the vanity wall and all of that. And just for a mere extra, all this is the free stuff, for a mere extra $2,499 per month. You can get access to a very exclusive private channel over here, OnlyFans as well, where, I will be posting these setups, but you will have a picture of my feet pointing to the target. It's worth every freaking dollar. $2,499 a month, and you can have my little feet or my little turkey eagle spreads, as he says. Giving away all the dirt over there. I see Mr. Miles. Sometimes I show a little tail feather. It is true, but if that's your thing. And if you live in Dubai and you're not in this group, what's wrong with you? What's wrong? You got broke energy? Come on, Dubai. You can do better than that. $24.99. That's Starbucks for you guys. Hey man, a Starbucks whatever in Dubai, you can be getting footy pictures from the road dog. That's my only shield that I've got right now, but thank you, Mr. Miles, for bringing that up and helping me segue into that. My goodness, come back to the chat. Come back, road dog. We gotta look at charts. You keep talking. Loki's Angel says, please look at Casper tonight. We will. That is on my list. BugPix is free learning. How lovely. That's the best kind I've always found. MG Motorsport says, I thought that was Lifer Page. LOL. Casper Knights. Casper must be moving. Okay, I think, did we make it through the chat? Oh no, there's a lot of stuff. BugPix says, how's my KuCoin Zeta looking to you? I thought people liked Zeta. I thought it was doing all right. I'll put that on the list. Mr. Miles says, you can't trust zoomed in images from a cell phone. It's not a true zoom. It's a digital zoom and it'll use software to fill in pixels. You can't trust that. What? You don't think that B is authentic? Is it not blurry enough? Duality Crypto says, if you could look at Shiba on Kraken. Ooh, that's specific. I like that. Shiba on Kraken. I sure can. Ryan K says, Shiro Neko. Mr. Miles says the drones are our own government. There are rumors of a missing nuke from Ukraine and the suspicion that it may have been snuck into the U.S. by a third party. Yeah, I've heard that one too, but these orbs are looking very interesting. What if the aliens are really serious about no nukes? We told you, keep it under wraps or we're going to come out. And now we got to get all these drones up to be like a little distraction. No, these are not the orbs that you seek. These are not the orbs that you seek. Also, there is no way that anything can fly over a U.S. military base and not get shot down unless those expected to be there ahead of time. You would think so, right? Yeah, so what's really going on there? All they need to do is just come out and be freaking truthful. Whether it's just something outlandish or something just scary as hell, I don't know. It's just always beneficial to be transparent instead of trying to pull the wool over each other's eyes, let people freak out and make up their own narrative and then start grabbing shotguns and doing crazy stuff. I don't know, or whatever. Why did you have to bring a shotgun into it? I don't know. It's always great to watch your show. Hey, thanks for being here. If I can quit talking, we'll start getting into some charts. Remember the battle over LA in 1942? I remember hearing about that. If you don't know about it, it's worth learning about wild stuff. Oh, that was for the version I heard. The After Effect version was turned out to be hysteria for freaking out, thinking that it was a UFO attack. Watch Tonight's Redacted. Oh boy, the feetsies are out again. Yeah, we love the feetsies. All right, guys, let's start getting into these charts. We're going to take a quick look at the indices and do it quick. A little synapses here is that this little line here, more of it's a pattern that we lost, but we came back into it, and so we're respecting it. So you can also view it as the top of it, this like another channel. Such as if we carry this down here, we broke. It's the same thing I do with Bitcoin. We came back into this level, and then we decided, well, I want to take her up another level. So we came up a level. We leveled up our playing field here, and we're at the bottom of this new level. And we can go up from here since we're holding it so well and not dropping. I know, head and shoulder to the downside, maybe, but most likely, if it hadn't done it by now, it's got a good chance of bumping to the upside. Now, here's the thing that I think we ought to really take a look at. We've been watching this one closely. This is Bitcoin dominance, and I'm going to zoom up here on the bigger things. You might be able to tell it better on the other. I think you can see it better on the other one. Yeah, let's go back over here. Okay, Bitcoin dominance. You see it down here. We had this line and we lost it. That's cool. But on this particular chart, the way I've got it drawn out right here, you can see where we lost it. We came back up, and then we got a bearish retest right underneath it. We came right back up, touched that line, said, nope, I ain't going to make it over this time. Yeah, baby. You know what that means, right? You know what that can mean, right? I mean, we still got some areas that we can find some support. So we got some other levels that we got to deal with. But when this Bitcoin dominance starts falling down like this, let's go back to the bigger chart here. When we start getting these big moves to the down or rejections there, altcoins start going up. Now, I've been looking at this suspect because there's some signs saying that she's not being as bearish as she needs to be. And it may just be that she just needs some time getting started. Okay, so I'm not beyond giving her a little wiggle room to work her bearish magic, but she's doing all the right things for a bearish trend of lower lows and lower highs. We just got to see her lose this area. She's lost the 100 moving average. Now, I do want to say that these moving averages have been bullish. We're above the 200 on the 4 hour, and all these other ones have flipped the ribbon, so to speak. So, I mean, there's some mixed signals here, but losing that 100 and being below the 9, it's telling us that we can drop back down and retest this 20 or this 200 moving average. So, still not losing a whole percent, but any little drops we get out of Bitcoin dominance, altcoins do good. It helps total 3 to start gaining ground. And now, looking at total 3 with this trend line from candle bodies to everything, we can do just fine right underneath here and still come up, make a higher high, and everything still be below this trend line and just be happy-go-lucky, keep on going up. We can still do good. What we're doing is just kind of having a more mature trend line. So we'll just drag this line out here, tighten her up a little bit, and this is what we're following now. Candle body, 2 wicks coming down to the trend line, and then we got wicks and candle bodies here. Now, if we should be able to find some confluence on an angle here, I believe. Oh, not quite. She might have a little bit. She may go sideways, come back down here again, and we get some kind of different angle that actually kind of works with this, such as, let's just go ahead and front run it. I was hoping to see a little bit more respect out of this angle. So if we didn't get respect out of this angle that we had here, well, let's chuck that one off and let's just kind of be a little predictive and see if we can get anything over here. That would suck to come down there, wouldn't it? Put it up against here. Yeah. So I'm not getting, we probably got some more wiggle room within this channel idea to define the definite bottoms of it. So far, we're looking at this. Let's see how it holds. Well, I don't feel that was very helpful. Listen, this is great for a bottoming signal right here. These pin bars, gosh darn it. Some people call them pin bars with the wicks like that. Why am I I'm drawing a blank on this. Why am I not doing that? But you got 2 very big long candles that come down, and they look really nice if you come, like on the regular Christmas tree candles. That's a bottom candle pattern right there. And it came back up, and then we didn't even make it down. I don't even think we went past the 618. We came out and we made a higher high after that. If we just keep making higher highs after that, we're good. This means something right here. That means something. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So my prediction is that after a little bit of sideways and argument and whatever with altcoins, that they're going to do fine. We're just getting a little bit of a correction here at the end of the year. At the first of the year, we will probably see some more. You got that corporate money that can come in at the first of the year. That's one thing to look forward to. Not on the first, but say about the 3rd, 4th, 5th of January, you're going to see the bigger money, the bigger players, the Michael Saylors and all those guys saying, let's do it. Let's do it. Brand new year, brand new budget. I'm going into Bitcoin. Woo! That's my prediction. Let's go get it. Let's take a look at some of these altcoins. The first one I had requested tonight was Caspa. Let's take a look at Caspa. Here on MEXC. What are you doing, Caspa? You're down at some bottoming areas. Tighten up my little fib here. So looks like we came down to an 886, and now we're above the 786, so that's cool. We got a higher low there. Good, we need that. So this will be the area that we're focusing on now. We need to make sure that holds right here at this 12-cent area. She went down to 1111. All right, so we don't need this fib anymore at the moment. Now we can draw a new fib from this high to this low. And I like this fib because this fib tells us a lot on how to build bags and what we should be looking for. This one tells us that, hey man, this area under 13 cents is going to be our new little funky accumulation area. This is going to be the sweet spot. In a few months, you're going to look back and say, man, I should have bought more when she was at 11 and 12 and 13 cents. The sweet spot to be looking for would be 15.9, just a little bit under 16 cents, and even up here to 17.2. This is a sweet little zone in my personal opinion. Caspa, she likes to get up to these zones and she likes to give it back. She likes to go up, she likes to go down. She likes to go up, she likes to go down. She's a little yo-yo, this one. I recommend trying to play her like that as much as she can because she's been doing that this whole time. Better to buy on the lows and try to take profits and sell on the highs, because if you just buy here, I mean, if you just don't take profits up here, you're just riding a yo-yo, which is fun, but my gosh, it gets old after a while without any kind of compensation for all that emotional distress that it can put you through, right? You need to be compensated for that emotional stress. That is called taking profits at these profit-taking areas, in my personal opinion. I like 17.2. I like this just sub 16 cent area right there. From where we are now, if we can get back up there, which I predict that we will, about 30 and 40% gains. Do we have a sweet spot for the upside? Same place I got over here. I'm still looking at that 23 cent. 23 cent, are you ever going to get here? I mean, I've been not calling, but I've been looking. Well, yeah, we did call. There's a possibility. I mean, it's still a target. It's going to still be my target. It keeps popping up. But it seems like I've been looking all year for that 23 cent level to hit, and she ain't hit it nary one time. Not nary one. Casper, step up your game, baby. Come on. You can do it. Who hurt you? The meme coins just did not do Casper right. I want to take it from this to these candle bodies, and I'm thinking it might swivel underneath there. Does it? That'd be cool. Oh man, not quite. You'd have to swing her down hard. That's an idea at some point. This is a little zone area acting as support too, but we don't even need that line anymore technically. So Caspa, the big thing that we're looking at is this trend line. That's kind of a big deal that we're still under. Now we did a bear trap here before, did a nice little inverted head and shoulder type pattern deal here, and then we busted up, got into the pattern, and we thought we were good until she gave it up here at 18 cents, and we broke through this trend line again. That sucked. We got our support, trying to double bottom here, double tap this area for support. We might be looking at a nice another bear trap idea, which could also put us back up here toward 20 cents again. That's what we're hoping for. This is a higher low we got over here, so that's good if we're looking at it. We can technically now, since we got two of these little guys, we can extend our trend lines down here, and now we got some confluence. We got candle bodies to these two bodies or wick ideas, so we can now expand this guy, and if we're going to expand that guy, I'm going to expand this guy too. Let's zoom out. Let's get rid of that top one and see what this new one might tell us. I believe you might line up just a little bit better here. A little bit better with touches there, and there, but makeshift channel idea, 23 cents is within range here. It doesn't come in until about March though, if we're kind of lining up times and whatnot, X's and Y's and Z's and whatnot, trying to figure it out. It would be somewhere in March is what it's saying, about 24 cents. Well, let's see how that works. Caspa, if we're interpreting it this way, well, she's bouncing off the bottom. Is one of the best places, I think, to get in. Where me, I would even look at this as being a possible trade setup, because she's buying at the bottoms, right? Stop loss could be under 10%, and I like that on spot. Leverage trading Caspa could be it can get tricky because she's such slow moving, and the range it makes it a little bit trickier. And they like to put it like at 1,000, or they did work for a little while doing 1,000 Caspa. I don't really know what they're doing now. At 13 cents, I'd say they probably got away from that. I haven't traded perps on Caspa in forever, but I do it on spot margin. Trying to build this bag bigger. It's been a challenge compared to other coins I've worked with here. Here's something else to look for Caspa, since we're here on the 12-hour bigger time frame, and you see that? That's a breakout. That's nice. That's very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now take a look at Doge. Dogecoin, kind of doing a Caspa thing, where she got a big breakdown and trying to find bottoms there. Doji, swing high to swing low. Tell me price is going to go. What are you doing? Breaking out of our accumulation zone here, riding above that 236 Fibonacci area. I don't even think I need that guy. That guy can stay, because that would help us kind of figure out a breakout idea. If we go from, say, wicks to wick, get past that, still looking for the 39, right at 40 cent area. 43, 44 cent area for Doge. We start making a come up. Moving averages are also suggesting that this might be, and the Ichimoku. Now there's some of them here that are saying 37 cents would be a place that she might get a short-term rejection there, come back, a few more pennies, 34 or lower. So 37 for a shorter-term target. That was going to be the first one that I think that you're going to get a reaction at. And from here to there, 32 to 37 is not a big come up. It's a little bit of one. So if you're playing leverage, you might be able to do better. But playing on spot, you'll be looking at about 15%. Not bad. We're looking for more, aren't we? Let's take a look at Zeta. Zeta chain. I'm gonna look at it. Let's see. Okay, take a look at this one here. OKX, I guess. Broke a trend line. That sucks. You're not looking healthy at all. Well, I mean, take that back. Take that back. I mean, this looks interesting. Holding this area looks interesting, but she did lose this, and that's kind of concerning, and that could spell 40. This lower area around 46 cents. She's at 60 cents now, so that would be quite a come down if that happens. Will it happen? She can go lower. We got the 50. Not yet crossing the 200 movement. Let me guess, that's a 12-hour. Let's go to a daily. The daily, we're underneath the 200 movement average. It's not great. The 9 has already crossed it a long time ago. The 21 just recently crossed it. But now we're starting to gain the 9. Well, you know what I say, especially on the daily, if we're above the 9 and we're trying to get it, everything's fine. Might we have held here? Let's take a look. Spit you out. You're at a 2.7 right there. Yep. I believe for this particular move here, yeah. Now, what can happen? Now we come up here and get rejected, and then we can roll over. This could happen, and then we got to start looking at some other ideas and start taking some other fib measurements. But right now, just for this local leg that we got, yeah, she's showing some signs that she wants to come back up here. She wants to come back up to at least around 68 cents. I can see that. Let's fine tune this little idea here. Remember, she is still below this, so that's technically bearish. Let's do let's redraw this trend line with one other idea. And then I want to pull a fib from here to there. Or maybe I'll just draw right over this one. Okay, so from this one, I went from wicks to mostly wicks and candle bodies lining up that way. I'm going to take it actually from, I like to do from bodies to bodies. And when I do that, why I didn't do it before is because the line was way too far away from us. But if I do from bodies to bodies, look what it does. Candle bodies. Touching the bottoms there, and then it's touching this wick over here. So that seems to kind of hold. Does it match up with anything over here? It does with these two. It doesn't so much with anything with the others. So I want to keep that idea, because that would say, hey man, we just bounced off support. She could be, and then this one doesn't matter as much, right? Because we're still within our channel. We're just bouncing off the bottom. See that idea? We can look at it that way. But the one that I just removed, I mean, it's still going to be resistance, and it has been support on several touches and several wicks. So that's going to be some future resistance ideas there. So will she make it past these areas? About 68 cents for Zeta. And then she might struggle with that for a little bit, but you still got the 100 and the 50 above the 200 moving average. I mean, our ribbon is flipped mostly, except for these smaller ones that have crossed over. And to give them, they're fine. We can come back up 68 and then look around 90, 94 for the bigger target. Let's take a look at Shiba over on Kraken. Where are you, Kraken? There he is. There's the priest. Oh, Father, feel me cracking. Patron of Altar Boys Cross. Oh, my God. Don't do it. Don't. Let's go. We got against the dollar. USD coin. I guess, and against Tether USD. Of course, Tether's getting a lot of FUD now. Tether always gets FUD every cycle. They're always talking about Tether's going to be dismantled or something crazy. It's whatever. Tether always gets FUD, and it's never happened. They always talk about a Tether depegging, and sometimes they can depeg a little bit, but it's nothing like what UST did, Luna and all that. Anything like that. Tether's got their game. I think Tether is solid. What it is that your banker boys don't like it. They like USDC because they got their fingers in that one and can want to control it and make it at least more like a CBDC than an actual decentralized currency pegged to $1. As if Tether was even carrying that out perfectly, but better than not. Better than USDC. The legacy system will try to corrupt our space. Get used to it. It's going to happen. It's been foretold. We know it. We got good developers that can work around it because they can work faster than the bankers can with their legacy systems. And then the bankers can influence the legislation to cheat in their favor, because that's what's been going on with Wall Street since its freaking inception there. And ever since we got into Bretton Woods and we went over to out of our gold standard, and check it out, Crypto Casey. Check out that video. It'll make you. And she's on point. She is historically on point with everything she said there. Shiba. Looks good to me that we can start turning around and playing within this bigger pattern and getting higher highs. I know it sounds crazy at the moment, but hey man, that's what we do here on this channel. We say some crazy things until that one day. All right, so we want to look back at point, what is that? Decimal and 4 zeros, 3271. We could double top there. That's a scenario that could happen. Definitely a great place to take profit. And if she gets a little bit more antsy, I'm just going ahead and throw these two up here, because for this retracement, they're on the table. That'll be at 38.66, and maybe a little bonus target right up here at what is that? 41.90. Yeah, no, it seems kind of, that's just too easy, Rose Dog. All you're doing is pulling a Fibonacci and just going with those levels. Yeah, because it works. It makes me money. It makes me where I don't have to go work for the man. This little simple idea here, from a swing high to swing low. That's my favorite fib to pull. The swing high to swing low tells me where price can just might go. Because, like I say, when you pull that one and you accumulate down here in these nice little accumulation areas, look at the gains that you can make: 117%, 157%, 180%. Whereas if you're not looking at that and you're like, I'm going to wait till it clears this level here, then this is all in different risk tolerances. But if you didn't know that, you were looking at some other thing. I want to wait till this head and shoulder breaks out. I mean, you'll make some gains. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. A 70% gain is nothing to sneeze at. Speaking of the inverted head and shoulders pattern right here, and also just speaking about this whole accumulation zone where that pattern would show up. With this pattern alone, there's a 64% chance, according to Thomas Bukowski, that price will, after it breaks out, come back to retest the breakout area, which it did. Ba-dum-bump. I'm loving it. You would also have caught that if you followed, just the trend lines, because she came back down and touched that bottom trend line. And you'd also catch that if you're following the Fibonacci idea about the accumulation zones right here, the little discount zone, because she often comes back and retests it before she moves on to the upside. 3 different areas of confluence there, 3 different ways to look at this market telling us the same thing, that this should be a good area for Shiv to bounce off up before she goes up higher. Great little idea for a trade setup if you like Shiv, in my personal opinion. She's still not too far away to take advantage of it. Set a tighter stop loss below these candles here on the daily. Get it as tight as 5%. You can go up as much as you want, but for me, I like that. But even if you want to take it down these wicks at 14%, that's crazy. I would not do that. Wherever you want to set your stop loss, you get 49% gains on that. Not bad. $100 turns into $150. Pretty good. Let's take a look at Shiro. Nickel. Mexi's got this one. Oh, and we haven't charted it over here. It looks like a straight line until we get down to what, the 15-minute? What if we get to a 36-minute? What about a 1 hour? A 1 hour looks like a straight line. All right, so we got to come down to a smaller time frame to kind of really work this out. So she fell. Man, that's a lot. That was a big drop, and then she couldn't get past that zone very well. Made lower lows. So go candle bodies. I think we got a candle body there, got a wick, and we're not quite coming down as low. That's cool. And I think we are actually flirting with the breakout here. So smaller time frame. It looks like a possible breakout. Looks like it could reclaim that 200 moving average on this time frame. Looks like it already has on the 15-minute, and now your ribbons are starting to flip here, or your moving averages. So, I mean, it looks good for a breakout. Now she can come up. She may not get very far, though. You may only be looking from here up to this area. That's 30% gains from where we are. So, if you're already down, you could add in here. That would be an idea. Hopefully this will be the breakout and she'll come up. We just got to see her make higher highs and higher lows, and this might be the start of it. And she might stumble through here and then do it, but this looks like the first step. It's above the 200 moving average here, above the 9 moving average. It's, for right now, what it's doing right now looks good. So what can we play here? Swing high, swing low. Accumulation zone, support resistance flip. Man, I love these 236 Fibonacci's. They're so good at getting these areas. First target I'll be looking at is 2030. Best target I'll be looking at is 3488 and 4097. She needs to get back up there and retest those areas and eventually make a higher high. From here to those targets, that's 50% gains. That's not bad. Coming up to our next fib level, because it's a valid area too, 2579, be 86% gains. Every one of these fib areas, it nails them. Pretty much that gives me a little bit of confidence, a little hint of confidence that this is our bottom. 124% gains to 3022. 158% gains to this target, 3488. Falling wedgie here on the 15-minute time frame. I can see you getting the 3488. Well, let's go get that money. Here's one from my list. CRV Curve Finance having another nice little day-to-day. Looks like. Let's zoom out and get off that 50-minute time frame. Oh, don't look as impressive on the 4 hour, does it? Yeah, that's how they fool you on the small time frames. It's always good to zoom out. Still a good day. She's above $1. She's gotten down as low as 71 cents there. We've been talking about this one since she was below 25 cents when she got a big drop, and I was like, that's pretty cheap. I'm going to start building a bag of this. And I'm glad I did. Not the most, fun coin out there to play, but the fun ones are the ones that make you money for real. So I guess she can be fun, but she's not just been like exciting play that everybody's talking about. Oh my God, I got to give me some curve. No, you don't get all that stuff, but nonetheless a winner. And when we zoom out for curve and what curve can do, and $23 for real. Tell me, Curve. Let's go over here and see what your all-time high was for CRV. Curved DAO token. All-time high was April 14th or August 14th, 2020, 4 years ago. This little coin that's $1 now went up to $60. Its all-time low was a mere 5 months ago when it was down to 18 cents. That's when we started paying more attention to this little guy and making some plays on it. And I remember it more being around the 20 cent area. So a nice little around a 5x from there. This one's got 2.2 billion total supply. Maximum supply is dash, so I got that. But still, it's got a history of doing good. Tied with Ethereum, tied with Defy, and I like this one. I can at least see, I've seen this one go up to $7 or $8 where I've been paying attention to it. I don't remember it hitting 60, but gosh darn it, if she hits it, I want to have some. Especially if she's under $1. I'm not trying to shield, I'm just saying. What are you? I can't even read my own writing here. Here's when you see me look over a lot, because this is another Ethereum DeFi play that I think Legacy Market has got their sights on, and I see it going up to $433 because it keeps wanting to keep riding this little train higher. She never did pull back to the 288 area. She's been hanging above $300 and going higher. This is a weekly time frame. Let's take a look at the daily. Oh my gosh, did you lose a trend line? You did. You lost a trend line, but you sure are riding underneath it. Now we extend that line and cover that. Maybe I was being too picky. Our trend line's maturing, basically. Looking good. Also looking more like one of these guys than not. And I like those guys because they've just been fun as hell. If this is true, I mean, we'll be looking at getting a hiccup around 433, but also since you're about 436, 536, 540 out of Aave. It's no stranger to Aave. It's been there before. That's why when Aave was sitting down here at under $100, somewhere around 50 and all that, I was like, man, we started talking about it a lot more on this show, saying this one can do numbers and slow play. Until that one day when she decides just to crank up there. So I don't know if any of you guys are in Aave, but I definitely like it. Still trying to add to that bag every chance that I get. Taking profits along the way. Would love to see her come back down and go cheaper so I can get her cheaper, but she may not. If she does, I will do it. But until then, I'm just going to keep watching that bag go up and up. Here's one that I still haven't got into, but this is one of those interesting plays, Cow Protocol. Take a look at it over on buy. It just keeps going up. It's at $1.13 now. We're tracking it and trying to figure out where we can get in and all this. And I'm like, she just ain't giving us a chance. This is one of those revenue sharing guys, and she's over on CoinEx. We can come down. Oh, snap. You're about to see me FOMO in. You don't have to. I don't advise you do, but what I'm seeing is a breakout here on a 1 hour time frame on something I ain't got in, and I want to get in before she gets too high. So I'm going to see if we can nibble. We didn't get you, did we? We were supposed to, but I have a tendency of forgetting. Check my little spot account over here. What do we have you? Cow? There's no cow. I'm about ready to sell every dang one of these freaking Caspa meme coins and just sink it in the cow. Those Caspa meme coins, man, they are at a low. They may recover, but gosh darn it. But do you see how narratives work in this market? Now, one of the narratives is starting to really get some hype right now is the AI agents. And before we start getting all crazy about, all this, it's going to change everything, let's zoom out and let's, take a look at all the narratives that have popped up over this past year or past 2 years. I mean, AI coins, how are they doing now? Oh, it's evolved to AI agents mostly now, right? And then the AI coins are just kind of there, we're waiting for them to do something. So now we're getting the AI meme coins, basically. This is smart meme coins is how I'm starting to look at it. Narrative after narrative, and they're good when the narrative is pumping, but when the narrative gets old, nobody gives a crap anymore, and you just watch these bags go, oh, maybe it'll have its day. And we sit here in hopium just waiting and waiting. And really, the smart money have already got in and got out because they understand this is narrative. So I'm just going to warn you to be careful. I mean, the AI is, you have to ask yourself a question. Does this project need a coin? If you can see a existence where this does not need a coin, or maybe a coin doesn't seem to be the best way or the most sensible way, where it could be more of a money grab than an actual use case, well, there you might have answered your question there. Because there's a lot of open source AI stuff out there. And that's what a lot of these projects borrow from and use. And I'm just trying to approach carefully. Just understand that this market is hype and narrative driven. I'm not trying to steer you away from something that you want to believe in, or just, you know, just know the narratives come and go. I want you to think about your cast of meme coins and that narrative, how everybody's happing it up. Family, I'm making so much money on these meme coins. You got to get in with me. And I'm very hesitant to start just blasting things like that up there, because it's hype, and what's hot at one little for a month or two, it gets ice cold in a few months after that. Just like the Caspa memes is a great example, just like Solana memes as another great example. There was one point where everybody was making tons of money on the Solana memes, but and now we got a bunch of bag holders for Solana memes, and that's a blue chip. We're going to hold it. Popcat, WIF. Can't wait for WIF to hit $10. WIF has been having trouble getting over 4 for the past year. I mean, it's not. I'm not trying to be bad. I'm just trying to be. We got to be realistic on some of these things, you know, because you're talking about billions of dollars going into something that, if it were a brick and mortar company, man, you'd be looking at them owning skyscrapers and having, you know, tangible assets. And, you know, crypto's different. Just keep that in mind. That's the relative worth. The one that really, really matters, I'm going to keep preaching it, is Bitcoin. And there'll be some other good ones that will make a difference, but a lot of them that we're sitting here chasing, and that's what's happening, is chasing hot things, trying to chase the narrative. It's going to die out. They always have. Just know that. If you know that, you will perform better in this market. If you don't know that and you're going like, this is going to change the world, and we can use these to trade for us, we can make them. I mean, yeah, but you could also do it without them too. Just be aware of how this market works, because the main way that this market works is to grab money. And once you understand that, you approach it with that terms and saying, well, you can play different. You can be on the right side of that money grab, the smarter side of that money grab. All right, Cal Protocol. It's I forgot what I was doing. I'm getting in on this one. I'm going to zoom in. Looks like we got, what are you doing, 15 minute? Coming down to 6 minute. You about to break out on me now? You looking good. So I didn't get you at 105, but you're at 112, and I ain't going to split hairs. I am going to, I think I'm going to, you send $200 over there. I'm going to use all that 200. On this one, I think I might. All right. Oh no. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I am FOMOing in here. I'm where are you at? Cal Protocol. Cal Protocol, you are at a, gosh, I'm buying a green candle. Look at this on the daily. This is me. This is risky as all hell. I do not recommend this because this is buying high to sell higher. but I'm going to take the risk on this one. Some people wait till she clears here and goes higher at 122, and I'm like, no, no. I'm getting my signals here on the smaller time frames. I got to break out, and the more I sit here and talk about it, and she might come back to 106. I could layer in. The smart thing would be to layer in, honestly. So I think I'm going to try to set a good example, and I'm going to do a little pyramid scheme. What can I do here? We start at 104. I'm going to go up every 2 penny with $50 or something. Layer in. So 104, do I have enough to do it? 200, would that do it? $50 there. 106. I really prefer odd numbers, but I'm playing even. $50 is not going to do it, is it? All right, I'm going to go 109, put 50 there. And then I'm going to take it to 113 and go 50 there. So I got 50 in, I got 50 at 109, and then 50 at some lower targets. If it does not come down here, if price does not leave that 9 moving average and come back down, it can. I think it will. I think it's got a good chance to, because we got trend line. So I do think I got a chance to get it cheaper somewhere around the 106 or something. If it doesn't, that's cool. Say she drops a little bit and then she goes up. Maybe she makes a new trend line or whatever. That's cool. I will just buy as close as I can to this new trend line we formed. And I will cancel these orders and just add them in there. So that's what I'm doing right now. And this is how I do things a lot of times. I like to layer in, and this is one that, and seriously, I would, this is not where I would normally buy. I'm trying to make that clear. I'm more of a bottom feeder and I'm buying a top. So and this is not normal, but she's got what I'm looking for on she's got a breakout here. I'm going to play it. And I like what I'm seeing on my moving averages in here, so I see things. And this one's, I think this one's going to do some damage. Cal, I just followed him. Let's go back to the chat and see what you guys are talking about. What you guys up to? Bug Pick says, I feel like it's a setup. Maybe trying to form order out of chaos at some point with these fake alien info. I haven't been into the chat in a minute. It's all about orbs and stuff, says Warthog Thunderbolt. Mr. Miles says there's a few catalysts, I think, for Caspa around the corner. Binance listing, 10 BPS upgrade. Mr. Miles does keep up with the Caspa stuff very well. So I always enjoy when he shares whatever's going on with Caspa. Celinda, hey, how's it going, Celinda? Celinda says, I'd be happy at Casca because you just break and hold about 20 cents. Amen, sister. You and me both. Jason says, what's your thoughts on Speedy on DEX? Just came across a picture of Draghi remodeling schools in Haiti or some. Noticed a Speedy drawing in the background. Speedy interests me more. I have no thoughts on it. It sounds kind of memey, but we can take a look at it. Get my pen to work. What weird music are we listening to, Sean? Sean? That was freaky. Well, we've been going for an hour and 23 minutes, me yapping a lot, which surprises the hell out of me. I'm just not a yapper. Unless I'm on YouTube. But I think it's time to bring out Mr. Turkey. Whoa! That's all in the eyes. What kind of weird music are we listening to, man? For real, what are you listening to? That sounds weird. Fast forward. Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Let's try this. DMC3 boss win alt season. I think alt, my definition of alt season, we're nowhere near close to. I don't think. We might be. I mean, they're showing some signs, and we talked about the earlier Bitcoin dominance. That's your best measurement for altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance. And I was saying earlier, it does look probably better over here to show it. It does look like we are getting rejected here again at this trend line, and that we'll be coming down at least maybe about 1%. Anytime that Bitcoin dominance comes down, the altcoins are happy, and it does look like we're getting something. Now, whether it makes a lower low and we start getting into more of a mini altcoin season, and I think it would be just a mini altcoin season if we do, we'll look for that to happen. But it does look to me like the altcoins, I think over the next 2 weeks, we'll start seeing them pick up. Even though some people are saying, oh, they look like they're going to die right now. It's because they're applying things wrong, in my personal opinion. It's got some things to work through, but I see some good signs on the horizon for altcoins. Bopic says, Luna was insane. I bought Luna around $97. I made a deposit on FTX prior to a couple of GS deposit delayed, and then FTX ended up taking my Luna. Then I saw it fall. Oh man, sorry to hear that. I was getting ready to put about $100,000 in the USDT to hold it and let it stake. I was seriously I was getting ready to start making the move, to make those moves over. Man. Whew. Talk about avoiding a bullet. Wow. But I was seriously thinking about doing that. I was seriously planning on doing that. Well, I'm going to take my tether and I'm going to lock her up. Everybody else has been doing it. It's been working for them. And then right before I start seriously planning on executing that, yeah, Luna and all that lost it. Man, thank you, Jesus, for looking out for me. Bug Picks says, if I ever buy a big green candle, I'll get a big red dildo in the next coming days. That's usually how it happens. Hey, Strago, what's up? Bug Picks says sleep music. Yeah, I think it was. It's kind of weird. It was getting kind of... The music will put me in different moods too, I've noticed. Oh no, don't be sorry. FTX took the hit for me on Luna. They took the Luna since my deposit of USD never. Oh, so you got by. Oh, sweet. You avoided the bullet too then. Whoo! Another thank you Jesus moment. I don't know what I'm listening to. Here's one that I am no longer in. Celinda, I think, used to be in it. I don't know if she's still in it or not, but MOVR, Moon River. I remember it went from nearly nothing up to like $25 or higher. No, it went to 40 something dollars, right? Oh, that was sweet. And then it's just been like a disappointment ever since. Until now. Now it looks like it's trying to do something. She's at $14 now after hanging around sub $9 for the longest, especially throughout the end of the summer. And now she looks like she wants to try to do some stuff. Well, good for you, Mover. Having a good day. MOVR, Moon River. I still got the sweet spot at about 29 cents and even $29 and $35 to get back to some of these previous areas that we were at before. I guess I could double check that since I haven't looked at this in a minute. Yeah, we're still there. Okay, cool. And with the bigger targets up at $60 and $76. Sounds crazy until that one day you're like, oh crap! Look how big my portfolio got. And there we are. ENA Athena is another one of those I think may have a good chance of doing well. It's a revenue sharing play, and that I believe does have a future here, especially in the US with US regulation. I think that they will be a little bit more favorable towards some of these. And I think that's why they're starting to get a lot of people also see that or are also reading it that way and starting to come in, why we're starting to see some of these plays get up higher. It's 94 cents right now, a little bit of a pullback. Hopefully it will catch through here and bounce higher. And I'm looking for about 142 to come out of it. So far, it's liking that idea. Doesn't mean that it will keep doing that though. but one to keep on the radar there. OneCoin. So what I'm starting to see tonight is that what seems to be picking up tonight on the Saturday night, some of these older coins like HBAR, Juno is not necessarily older, but it is from last cycle. One, Aave, Kusama, even Curve. So we saw a few weeks ago how some of these older boomer coins were starting to get a little bit of a lift. Now we're seeing them be some of the first ones that are starting to move now during this drop that we got. So I find that interesting. So Harmony 1, she bounced off our targets over here. Trend line says we're not even really, we're wicking down close to it. Secondary trend line seems to be very well respected there. My personal opinion is she was respecting that 618. I'm just going to go straight to my targets there. 6.3, 7.2 are the big boy targets that I see for Harmony. Can't wait till you get up there too. And then retesting this area about 4 cents. Good to be looking at some nice gains. Bouncing off the bottom of this trend lines where I like to get in. 46%, 115%, possibly up to 145%. Let me put that out of the way. I'm going to put my new target in there, right there. Harmony 1. So it says I bought 3,000 of Luna at $48 and watched it go. Whoops! Watched it go literally to nothing. Oh man. Yeah, a lot of people got hit on that one. That was sad. Movers moonbagged. There we go. Buttpig, do you need Chainlink hitting $72? I've had that target in mind when I was buying at $10. For some reason, I keep getting vibes of or little images of $150 chain link. I don't know if it will do that. I don't have a clue, but for some reason, that's what I'm getting. Not that that means a damn thing. Chain link's at $21 right now, coming down from 31, and man, she's just done really good. Moved faster than I expected. I mean, she moved so slow over here. So I think Chainlink got up to about 50. That's about what I remember. 52 is what we got on this chart. I was looking for a $36 Chainlink. So at 34 is going to be the new little sweet spot here we're getting. 72? Oh, that's definitely on the table. For real. It is. And we're even going to mark that one. So first we got to see her fight through these areas of $34 and $42 through there, and she'll probably get, and maybe even 48, get a bigger correction from there, and then we can start looking at maybe these $65 and $72 areas. These targets are way off, but on the table. Nice. Bush on Parade says that BlackRock has Caspo on their maybe list, but it sure ain't acting like it. Well, Caspa is proof of work, and that's the biggest thing that I like about it. I'm not crazy about how many tokens are out there. They need to do a burn. Somebody said something about a burn for XR. Was it XRP? My thoughts on it. I mean, I haven't heard anything about that yet, but yeah, that's anything that's got too damn many billions of coins. They need to burn them. Okay, so my personal opinion, how I look at this, like if you got a project and they come out with so many coins that they got to burn them, that means that they reached a point in saying, we kind of miscalculated something. This is probably not the best. In order to get the best performance and everything out, you got to get rid of some of those coins. Too many. Some of them tried to make it into a positive thing, like, Shiba burning coins a lot to reduce it. But I mean, the real thing is, hey man, we kind of overshot. We didn't do as much due diligence on this project as we need to, and we got to turn around and correct it by burning coins. That's how I interpreted it. That's how I look at it. And so I started looking down a little sideways. I mean, it's a good thing they're doing it, but I still got to say, well, what were you guys thinking to begin with? How far are we away from our initial roadmap? And how well did you do at performing, meeting your goals and everything for your project? I started asking questions like that. H-bar also seems to be having a pretty good time lately. I will guess so. You're at what, 30? Where are you? 29 cents right now. H-bar. Let's get some of these guys out of here. I think we were looking at, well, we threw a little bar pattern. I guess we put it down here somewhere. Seems kind of outdated now. It went up nice after breaking out of this rising wedge shapey. I like that. And that seems to be holding right there. The top of this one over here, top of the rising wedge, just retesting that guy. I see a little something here and a little something there. I see a retest of about 36-37 cents out of H-bar. See if we can get higher out of that one. That could be quite interesting. Got some resistance coming up though. H-bar. Finding some support down here to 382 Fibonacci, it looks like, and it could be a nice bigger move. There could be bigger targets on up here to about 72 cents or something, but we're nowhere close looking at it right now. You can also look at the pattern wise on that. We need to get a breakout of this white trend line right here. If we can do that, 36 cents will be just a drop in the bucket, and we start looking at these bigger targets. I would actually look at 51 and our next fib there at 40, right at 46 cents. I think she can do something there. Got some bullish divergence playing here down on the wave table and on the RSI, saying that she's going to break out. I see good things coming for altcoins regardless of what some of the other little gurus are saying. They've been kind of flip-flopping. Some of them have been flopping and groping. Again, most of the YouTubers that I see on here that do TA, most of them I see do good for their styles and everything. They're on point with their styles and got a good feel for the market. And some people are feeling bearish, and some people feeling bullish and whatnot. There's just maybe one, maybe two, no, maybe just one at this point. The other YouTuber I just looked at with a suspect. I don't trust their TA because I don't think they're as competent at it as they think that they are. They take a lot of little shortcuts and things like that. And I don't know. I just think they're misleading people with some of their bad habits. I think it's more bad habits and bad training for them, and then they get to propagate more of that training. And I guess I can look at it in one of two ways. Well, they're teaching all these people and we can just win against them, but I feel bad because I used to be one of those people putting out my money expecting to get good training or teach me something, and then you find out they're just going to walk you down through. I'm serious. The trading group that I was in, and I mean I did learn something from it. It sent me on the right way, so I can't bash it. But honest to God, when the trading group that they said, I gotta put you in a brotherly headlock to get you to watch these videos. You gotta watch these videos if you want to make it in this market. Do you know what these videos were? I will show you. Those videos consisted of walking through Investopedia articles. because in Investopedia, they've got these sections over here that you can go, and they got an education section somewhere. Where is it? Did they change things? Do I need to search? I'm going to do a search for technical analysis. They took me through all these articles. Like you would have, like MACD. What is the MACD? And it was just a video. Welcome, thanks for. Glad to see you, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the MACD, the moving average, convergence, divergence, MACD, and then we just read this. That was my initial training of joining a trading group that was the equivalent of $100 a month. And I mean, not exactly how it was foretold, before I signed up, it was like, man, it was sounding like the bee's knees. We got all of our ducks in a row. We got this. I got a course. We got this, that. When you get in, you're like, oh, we bare bones in it. Okay. Yeah. We're going to, okay. So and just key takeaways. And then next video. Next video. And so basically, you're like, so you're telling me that I'm this trading group that you hyped up is so much. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go through Investopedia that I can just go through myself. Yep. And nobody's going to hold your hand or anything like that in the trading group. What they do is that they depend on the admins and other people joining to help each other out while they get paid for it. That's it. In case you didn't know. There are good trading groups and there are some that are not. Okay. If you find a good teacher, a good mentor that you like, and it takes some time to figure out if they're a good one or not. There's only one that I'd recommend, and that's Joe from Trade Intuition, who happens to be here in our thing. And I get nothing from that. He was in the trading group that I was in. They hired him and brought him there, and I saw what he was actually doing. It's like, this is what new people need right here. This is what I thought I was going to be getting, something more like this when I joined, rather than getting Investopedia. Investopedia walkdowns. Joe actually was breaking things down, so he's the only one that I would recommend if you're looking for a paid group. He would be worth your money. So that's the only one that I would endorse. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Sounds like the timeshare guy with his cup and handle. It wasn't him, but he learned from that group. That's why I'm familiar with what he knows, for one reason. And I can tell you that he probably didn't watch all the videos either. Especially when it comes to any kind of patterns or something. Sicario says, can we check UMB umbrella token? I'll tell you what, we will. Umbrella Network, MEXC, what's going on? We're in a range here on the bottom. I'm in small time frame, zoom out. Still, big old range. It's in a big old range. We're still in accumulation zone, swing high to swing low. Still in the sweet spot, testing the 200 moving average here on the daily. Should bounce from there. It should. It flipped. The ribbon is flipped. She just retested. Oh no, she already has bounced from there. My bad. I'm on the daily, and look, she wicked down there and bounced. Moving averages are looking good. They're starting to recover. The non-moving average there. I'll be looking at the 16-cent area. Because she needs to retest that, and then she needs to come back up and retest our 2.3 cents, 1.6 cents and 2.3 cents. And I'm still going to stick with this 3.4 is in the sweet spot. Umbrella Network. Bitcoin is sitting here. We're going to come to the smaller time frames here. 6-minute time frame. I think this is the one that this is the one I normally trade off of. It's on CoinEX. This is where I trade my Bitcoin. And we lost a major trend line, or a trend line. I don't want to say major, but we're connecting some dots here. We were also up here. That was the first one. So this will be resistance. This will be resistance, which it has been. We wicked up to it and got rejected here in the last little, I don't know, when was that? It was earlier today. So basically, we're still in a channel. I'm just sick and tired of you saying channel, but it's true. It's what price travels in channels. If you understand that, we're cool. We were talking last night about this pattern here, how it started. And it did respect that, the little heartbeat thing it did there. And then when it came down here, it busted out and busted back in and still respected this trend line. This is a neutral pattern. It's an open and broadening pattern. This got a 60% chance to break do the down, or whichever way that's coming in. Now it was coming in this way, and now we just extended it. But what it did, it broke to the downside like it should. Whether you're looking at it here or looking at it extended over here, she did what she's supposed to do, 60%, and it did break down, but not horribly. You could say we're back in it. Yeah. So this one's kind of played, and now we can start coming with some top areas here. Maybe get some candle body actions here. We're just basically going sideways and trying to step our way up. So where do I think that Bitcoin will be? And she will be testing the top of this trend line and probably over here around 96,000, somewhere through there, testing that one. I think over the next day or so. Probably see a little bit more action tomorrow evening out of Bitcoin, usually about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the States. That's when the CME opens back up, and that's when we kind of see what they're trying to do. I know a lot of people talking about a CME gap somewhere around 77,000. Maybe we will hit it, maybe we never will. I don't know. I mean, we are a little different from legacy markets. Now you can definitely expect that to hit a little bit more often on stocks and commodities. But crypto's a little different. And it definitely reeks of manipulation when it happens, because you definitely see it. CME futures. I see us trying to make higher highs, higher lows like we have been. Working our way up to 96,000. I think we're doing pretty good. 27 people, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. We got a $10, whoa, well, we got to give some appreciation here. We got a $10 super chat, not even request. Thank you so much, Selena. I really appreciate you. Trying to like this thing. Was that my like? We had one last night and that number just kept going crazy. That was wild. So shout out to and Selena, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I am 100% crowdfunding. I don't really have many shields other than Tangem Wallet and a few exchange links or something like that. I'm not trying to shield a group, a paid group or anything. And no. I have no desire to do that at this point in time. It may change in the future, but if it did, let me say this: if I ever turn this Telegram group into, if I ever put a paywall behind it, and I mentioned this here before, if I did, whoever's in this right now, you get grandfathered in. I mean, yeah, you get whoever else would come in would pay, but whoever's in there now or current members, because you stuck with me. If you're sticking with me, I reward you, baby. So I wouldn't be charging you for that. Just my thoughts. But it does seem to be the thing to do. I don't know. I have no desire for it. I just like to get on here and do YouTube. I think I can do more with these live streams going over coins than I can trying to spend all my time shilling some kind of group. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. Sipping on coffee, says Doug. Good night, everybody, and we'll be back again tomorrow night. Take a look at the market, and hopefully we'll be doing better and seeing some more positivity coming in this market. I do think January is going to be good. I do expect to see some big money coming in on those first couple of weeks to help drive prices up. It's a brand new year for a lot of businesses, and maybe even some small countries there trying to do something. Good night, everybody. Let's get out of here and make this life-changing money. Sean, take us to the end screen, if you will. John? I find my own buttons here. Good night, everybody. Is it this one? This one?
Come on.
Oh, I think that worked.
Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth, was gonna let you go. you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe, that's my candy on my wrist. Bad habits, little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, got a whole lot of love for my dog. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big
Oh, I like those words.
play with me. Freaky dog, now show how freaky you are.
So I'm just gonna be away for 1 hour. Please don't break anything. And I might have a surprise for you.
Give me a miracle. I need a syllable. Talking about big cash, that's the minimum. I'm done with this trash. Thought to be critical. Show me your mental state before we get physical. Pour some water in your cup, let it drip, drip.
When you trade crypto, and when the market starts to slide, labor hands drop as prices go down. Where's the high market
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in crypto right now, you are missing out on one of the biggest opportunities in your life. Hit that like button, join and subscribe, and enjoy Road Dog Crypto.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on.
Did you say rock? Good night, John boy.